Hi everyone, welcome back to the studio. Today I'm trying something a little different, a small, intimate watercolor piece on a 4x4-inch gesso board. I love working small like this sometimes. It forces me to slow down and think about every brushstroke. But here's the twist, this isn't my usual ampersand watercolor board, the one that's never let me down. This is the Jack Richeson Gesso hardboard, a brand that's completely new to me. The packaging says it's perfect for all forms of painting. So today is a genuine live experiment. I'm learning right alongside you, and I promise I'll give you my honest, unfiltered thoughts by the end. I'm starting with a pencil, sketching a simple outline of a flower onto the board soft. Loose lines establishing where the petals will curve and where that center is going to sit. Now it's time for color. I'm loading my brush with a warm yellow and laying it into all of the petals as my base tone, watching closely to see how it settles on this new surface. Time to dry this down with a hot air gun before moving on. With the yellow dry, I'm going back over the petals with a rich ochre color, then shifting to the center, adding the stamens and the middle in a deep earthy brown, giving the bloom real structure. Now my favorite part, blending all three colors, the yellow, the ochre, and the brown, together across the petals, softening every transition so they feel like one continuous glowing surface. For the final layer on the petals, I'm adding a vibrant orange-red along the top edges, just a whisper of color to give each petal dimension. Back to the center now, layering yellow and ochre directly over that brown base, building texture right where the stamens live. With the flower complete, I'm choosing a dark, moody teal for the background, so those warm petal tones really sing by contrast. So now that the painting is finished, let me sit with this for a moment and give you my honest, real take on this board. Truthfully, I did not love how the watercolor behaved on the surface. The pigment just sat there. It did not soak in the way it does on my ampersand watercolor gesso boards, which I've come to rely on, and I'll admit, have spoiled me. Even with the hot air gun working overtime between nearly every layer, the moment I introduced any fresh dampness, the color would lift right back up, almost as if it had never bonded with the board at all. And I keep coming back to this thought as I look at the finished piece after 14 plus years behind a camera and years now of painting, pottery, and sculpture. I've learned that the surface you choose is never a neutral decision. It shapes how honest and how alive a piece feels underneath your hands while you're making it. This board photographs beautifully once it's dry, but the process itself felt like a bit of a fight the entire time. And that tension is something I want to be transparent with you about, because I think a lot of us assume that if packaging claims a surface works for everything, it will behave the same for our specific medium. This one taught me that's not always true. The packaging on this Jack Richeson board says it's perfect for all forms of painting, and maybe that's true for acrylic or mixed media artists. But for watercolor specifically, I don't think this surface was designed with our medium in mind. The absorption just wasn't there, and that changes the entire relationship you have with the paint while you're working. So now I want to turn it over to you. Have you worked with Jack Richeson gesso boards before? Drop a comment below and tell me how watercolor has performed for you on this surface. I genuinely want to know if this was a fluke on my end, or if this is simply how this board behaves. If you enjoyed following along, give this video a like and subscribe for more honest process videos and product tests here at Cosmic Spark Designs. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.